Right, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, all working now. Just tried to do a little stream and it would not bring up my camera or my microphone. I don't know why. Having lots of problems with the Wi-Fi. Not the Wi-Fi, but the camera and audio for some reason lately. Keeps trying to connect to local host, which is under my laptop, I think. Or it could even be the DVR. So it's either laptop or the DVR is trying to take control and not allow me to use the webcam and audio for some reason properly. Anyway, got some new cameras in today. I've done a little bit of an adjustment. I'm having a bit of a problem with the software as well, actually, to be honest with you. So we now got 2 in the kitchen. Well, 3 actually. And I've got 2 in the living room at the moment. I'll show you what I've done. Cameras. Right, so that's the normal one. Well, that one out there and one out there. That's the normal 2. So today I've added another one in the kitchen. And I've added 1 in the living room, which is still a fucking shithole, but there we go. Now, I took out one of these from the living room, the white one, which does have audio and sound, and it also can pan and tilt. The new one I put in the kitchen and living room does not have pan and tilt, but it does have audio and sound. As you can see, I've got it facing the door. Because I keep hearing the door kind of like rattle over the last week or so. Actually, I've not really said nothing because I can't say if it's like a draft or paranormal or what, because that door doesn't shut properly. Where you got like on the door, say that's the door edge, you got your handle there, and when you put your handle down, you got like a little bracket that comes in and out. Well, that doesn't have it, so that door can like just open and shut at any time it wants. No, I do have the window shut most of the time in the kitchen, but I still keep hearing it kind of rattle. Now, it could be the cat sometimes. You know, when the cat goes out there, you know, and I'm in the kitchen, she tries to get in. But when I'm not out there in the kitchen, I'm in here, and she's on the chair sleeping, I can still hear the door rattle. So, you know, I'm not saying it's paranormal, but last night, when you all buggered off and left me streaming with one person, I thought, sod this, I'm not going to stay if no one's here watching. So I ended the stream. I thought I'd put it back on, you know, just for, I think, an hour, I think it was. I can't remember. That's how good my brain is at the moment. Did I put it back on? I can't remember if I put it back on or not, actually. I think I did. Videos, actually be under live. Don't bother about the one which is listed under upcoming, because that one was, you know, me trying to get the damn thing running through Streamyard, and it would not give me webcam in my microphone. So that is just, you know, a dub upcoming stream. It's not going to happen because I've actually got the stream working now, as you can see. I don't know. Sorry to hear that, Teresa. Hope you get better. Love and light, and prayers go to you, my dear. I don't normally do prayers on, like, you know, on the stream, but I do sometimes. If it's someone I know, I do it like offline, because I feel, I don't know why, but I feel when I used to do it, I kind of like feel a bit of a nerd, you know, who's praying for someone they don't even know. You know, but I do, you know, think about my viewers, so I will do a quick one offline after this one. Now, so you can see that I've got 2 cameras, and I had a little bit of problem trying to get them side by side. The one outside that one completely disconnected. I didn't even know it disconnected, and I had to unplug it, reboot it. Lucky I didn't have to open the window and take everything out the way of the window, because I've got all my electronic stuff on in front of the window on the window frame. I was hoping I was going to have to remove all that crap again, but no, I didn't have to. I just had to unplug it, do a reboot, and it came back up. Then I actually deleted the group on the camera, and I remade the group so I could actually click what camera I want next to each other. So we will be probably doing a stream tonight, hopefully. Now, I did get now I've gone and lost it already. No, please. I think I already gone and lost it. Oh, fuck, hang on a minute. Out in the kitchen, Steve. Wait, stop shitting on the floor, you! Just caught the cat trying to shit on the floor out there. Right, it did come today. I ordered this yesterday. Because, I ordered, well, I didn't order. I went and got a couple more of these Xbox camera things. So I wasn't going to, take apart the one from my TV, because it's the cable was all tangled up. But I went and got 2 of those yesterday, which were only £3 each. Not tested them yet, so I didn't have a power pack. Now, I know I've got some of these somewhere before. I know I've got them somewhere, and I know I've got power packs somewhere, but where the hell they are, I don't know. So, I've got 2 of those yesterday from CEX, and I don't really trust some of the ones on eBay, where they say pre-owned power supplies. So I decided to buy a brand new one for the camera. £16.20 that cost me. I could have got back in another 4 of these for the price of this. So what I've got to do, right, is plug this into there, plug that into the laptop, and plug that into the mains, and we'll be ready to go. We'll be ready to rock and rumble, hopefully tonight, with the Xbox Connect in the kitchen. Now, I ain't going to set it up just yet, because I'm doing a few other things at the moment. So, one thing I'm doing is drinking this. Another thing I'm doing is banging on the wall, because them fuckers are banging all through the day again today. As you can probably hear, I've banged enough times for them to come down and complain, but they've not complained. And I'm hoping that she would come down and complain, because I'd just tell her to fuck off. I say, listen to you. Well, I would be calling a few nasty names, I'll tell you, which I would never really call a woman before. Well, I have, but I did apologise to 2 certain women on social media going back several years ago when we had all the hate and drama. But this woman upstairs deserves to be called a few names. I'll tell you that for one thing, yeah, because she does not give a shit about the people who live underneath her, being me. She lets her kids run about, jump about, scream, shout, bouncing balls and God knows on my ceiling. And if I knock on the wall myself, she used to come down and say, "Oh, you just scared my kid? Why are you banging on my ceiling?" And I said, "Well, if I scared your kid, sorry, but I'm getting a bit pissed off with your noise." And she goes, well, all you got to do is come and ask me. And I've asked her several times before, and she just said, well, I'm not going to stop my kids from running around and playing. Don't like it, move. So I said, why should I move? I'm not the one who's overcrowded. I'm not the one who's making the noise. You are. But she did come down a few months ago to have a dig at me about banging on the wall. And I just fucking told her, fuck off. I said, listen here, fuck off. I don't want to know. I said, it's your kids who's making the noise, not me. I said, if I want to bang, I will fucking bang. And I'm hoping she'll come down again, because if she comes down and say, why are you banging on my wall? You're scaring my kids again. I say, well, I told you, if your kid's going to make a noise, I'm going to make a noise. And I'm going to say, no, I said that. I'm going to tell her fuck off. And as she starts to walk up the door, I'll go, oh, by the way, and I'll start banging on the wall. So now what are you going to do, bitch? And see what she says. She might come running back at me to threaten me. Then I'll hopefully have evidence that she's threatening. Because what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring one of those, I'm going to buy off Amazon one of those cheaper models of the video doorbells. And I'm going to have it stuck outside. So I'm hoping that she'll come down and cause me problems one day. Especially threaten me, because then I can have the old bill around here. And they were done for like threatening behaviour. And then I don't really want to get me involved, but if I have to get social services involved, I will do, because social services will see how crowded she is, and they might actually help her to move out the accommodation and get somewhere else. So that's my plan for the future. Get a video doorbell, keep banging on the wall, hope she'll come down and complain. I'll tell her what I think, and if she complains and I'm not going to try to swear at her too much, but I will probably swear a little bit, because that's what I'm like when I get really angry. And you won't want to meet me when I'm angry. It's like the Hulk says, don't make me angry. You won't like me when I'm angry. And I have got that temper. I can have a real bad temper if I want to, but that temper only comes out once in the blue moon. So I will say to her, listen here, if your kid's going to keep banging, I'm going to start banging, and I don't care what time of day and night it is. And I am going to actually try and get a bit of room in that living room and put a stereo in there. And her kids usually go, her young ones usually go to bed around about 7:30, 8 o'clock. Now, with noise pollution, if you got radios blaring out after a certain time of the night, you can have the police come around and tell you to turn it down, or to turn it off completely. So I'm thinking of getting a stereo. I've got one somewhere. I've got one over at the back. Oh, I've had one over at the back. I think I'll put it in the cupboard. I'll put a stereo up, and I'll have it fucking blaring from 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock at night. And I won't give a shit if her kids are kept awake, because her kids are waking me up around about 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning. And it's making me fucking tired. I'm getting really exhausted with the noise. So, you can hear it. You can fucking hear it. So, I'm going to get one of those video doorbells probably this week. This week coming. I've got a few actually on my Amazon watch list. You can get one for about 20 quid. I think some of them might actually have internal batteries in there.
I know you fucking do that, you cow. I'm with you, cow. Boss down.
Yo, cow. I knew she was shot on the fucking floor like she always does. She doesn't use she'll pee in the dirt box, but she won't actually She'll pee in the dirt box, but she poops on the actual floor outside the box. Right? The cat asks me, fucking drives me insane sometimes, you know. I don't know how long cats live for, but I'll tell you, I'm not being nasty, but when she goes, I'm not going to get any more fucking cats. No fucking way. I'll get myself another fucking hamster or something, you know. No, I won't get an hamster because no my luck. I'll get a boy, then I want to get a girl, then I will want to make them, then I'm going to have to buy like 20 Ks. No. So the noise I'm making, I don't know why I have to make some fucking more much noise, you know. List. Right. Shut up! Fucking cunts. That's what I have to do during the daytime, you know. Shut up. Because it's just in my fucking heading. Right, so let me just click on this. I'll show you the doorbells I'm looking at. My webcam's gone offline again. Don't know why my webcam went offline. Right, percent screen. So I've got 3 under like watching. That one I'm not going to get because it's only got like a 2, well, 1 star. That's only got 2 star. But that one's got like 4 stars, no 5 stars actually. They all look similar to each other. I will look at a few more, you know, later on during the daytime or tomorrow. These are all wireless, so you know I can install an app and see what's going on the app. It looks a bit kind of plain and boring, but you know, I'm not going to spend too much money because, like, you know, with these bloody kids, I won't be surprised they rip off the bloody door. But that's what it's like. It says it's got long life battery. It's Wi-Fi, HD image, and capture image when doorbell pressed. Cloud storage and night vision. So I'm thinking of getting one. I'll get all of that one actually and get it for tomorrow before 1 p.m. I'm just going to think it over. Because I know for a fact, yeah, these fucking kids upstairs, when they was either coming in or going out, them little bastards used to keep knocking, you know, ringing my doorbell. And I didn't know who it was, so I had to keep getting up all the time. And a couple of times I said, sorry, it's just the kids. And I said, well, tell them to stop ringing my doorbell. It's an accident. Well, it can't be an accident because, like, you know, kids shouldn't be pressing people's doorbells if it ain't their own fucking door, you know. If it's their own doorbell, I can understand that. But, no, they kept ringing my doorbell, like, once or twice every week, you know, kind of thing. And I kept getting up thinking it's like a delivery or something. So, no, you know, I'm going to get one. And I'm going to record it. And every time the doorbell goes, I'm going to log it down as well. And then I'm going to put a complaint in saying that the kids keep ringing my doorbells as well. So, like, you know, I've not heard anything from the Housing Association. What am I now? Are you? Well, I don't know what happened now. It's closed down my both my monitors went offline, and all the pages like on here on YouTube, Streamyard, and Amazon, they all got closed down, and that was it. I don't know, is it like, internet issue, or it could have been like a software upgrade, update or something. But now I've got bloody restart that again. And the software I'm using for the cameras is being temperamental. It keeps like, when I go into like 4 camera, it kind of like sometimes gives me an error, or it won't give me an error, and it just like closed down. Like, I'll show you what I mean. It's just done it then. Let me start it up first. So when I go into that and click sign in, when I click on that and then click that, it just doesn't work. So the only other way I could think of doing it is log in, click on one camera, which will work. Then if I click on that, then that, it works. So there is an issue with this software as well. I'm glad they may be back at school on Monday, but this little shit upstairs is causing all the noise, won't be. Fuck, man, she's like 3 years old, over 3 years old. She's not even at nursery. They can't turn and say we can't afford nursery, because you can get free nursery. You can get free nursery education for young ones. No, unless she had some fucking like kind of, and I'm not being nasty by saying this, but unless she had some kind of like mental kind of like illness, and she was kind of like unable to learn, there's any special school for that, But this kid is always at home while the other ones are at school. And I know that, I know she had twins, and like one of her twins goes to nursery. So why is this one not going to nursery? Can't turn around and say, hey, hang a minute, she's not going to nursery because I ain't got no like room for her. Well, isn't that kind of like wrong in like putting one of the kids in the school and the other one kind of like staying at home all the time? I'd have waited until the nursery had like 2 slots and 1 slot. 2 slots instead of 1 slot, and then put them in the same school, nursery or whatever. Some people will, I think you call it kindergarten in America. I don't know. It's just so much fucking bullshit from these neighbours, man, I tell you. I'll end up in a fucking straitjacket one of these days. Or I'll end up in prison. Because sometimes I'll get those, nasty thoughts in my head. And those thoughts are telling me what I shouldn't want, what I should do and what I shouldn't do kind of thing, We all get it when we get those angers, those really bad tempers because you're stressing out so much with all the fucking noise. No, I bought headphones, right, for the TV when I'm watching TV or YouTube, yeah. Even though I put them on and turn the volume up, I can still hear the noise. And they ain't, crappy headphones. They're decent headphones, 20 odd quid, And I turn the volume up as much as I can. Before, I don't want to be blowing my eardrums out. So I turn it up as loud as I can, until I can bear the amount of volume that's coming through my ears. But I can still hear them jumping and banging above me. And, when I go to bed, I put like these little earplugs in. If I've got nothing coming from Amazon, between 8 and 1 o'clock, sometimes I order stuff and I try to get it like early so I can like start messing around with it later in the afternoon, yeah. But if I can't get it ordered until next day in the afternoon, then I'll just do it that way. But if I can get it as early as I can, I don't really put the earplugs in because I want to try to be awake and ready for my delivery. And when the delivery turns up, if it's like before 11, 12 o'clock time, usually it comes after like about 9:30, sometimes 10 o'clock here. So I wait until it turns up. I won't start messing around with it. I'll just like leave it in the packing. I'll go back to bed for a couple of hours and I'll put the earplugs back in. But this morning I knew that, you know, I was going to get one of the packages, the cable for the Xbox. This cable here. I knew that was going to come. So I didn't put the earplugs in. And I got woken up about 7:30 this morning by them upstairs. So I tried to, you know, keep going, go back to sleep, you know, kind of like, you know, doze off. But it didn't really work. And when I did, you know, I thought, sod this, you know, if my delivery comes and it gets nicked or it gets delivered to the wrong door, then, you know, that's that. You know, I had to put the earplugs back in. But I could still hear the banging. You know, it's faint, but you can still hear it. So I put my earplugs in. I went to sleep. And I woke up again with a really bad aching back. So I had to stay awake. And I thought, you know, I'll go down and check to see if it's turned up yet. And the Wi-Fi the Xbox Connect cable was sitting outside my door. So I checked on the two Wi-Fi cameras, and it said that it was still over at the hub, my local hub sorting office. So I thought, well, they ain't going to turn up until Monday. So I just put the earplugs back in, and I went back to sleep for a while. But I could still hear them. I can still hear the faint thuds on the floor. And when I eventually did get up, I heard someone knocking on the door. Wasn't using my doorbell, someone knocking on the door. I thought it might be that cow upstairs, you know, coming down to complain because I banged on the wall a couple of times. And I opened it, and there's a little package, and it's the other cameras. So I thought, well, you know, I'll leave it for a little while. And then, I want to just try and get another couple of hours sleep, which I didn't do. So I just like sat around and watched a couple of videos, then I got up and done the cameras. But I don't know. It's just, you know, I hate this fucking life sometimes. I really do. And where's chat gone? Lindsay, Teresa Lindsay, you got a channel to go to your channel. You ain't got no content there, but I'll subscribe to you. There we go. Need to start uploading some content, girl. You know, do some like daily vlogs. I was actually going to be doing some vlogs actually. I was going to open a new channel and do like my daily life, how I'm feeling, what kind of mood I'm in. You know, if I'm in a happy mood, a pissed off mood, a narky mood, you know, an angry mood. You know, talk about my mental health and all that shit. Yeah, I thought doing that, you know, you might be giving out too much information for the haters and the trolls to start, you know, picking on you again. That's what they like. They like, you know, getting that kind of information and causing you, you know, hate. And they sometimes steal that information and make it sound as if it's not as worse than you say it is. So I decided I ain't going to do that. You remember I did talk about my mental health a few years back, and people said, like, you know, I'm really glad you did it because it kind of like helped me out a little bit. Now, I might do a video on, like, you know, the things that has helped with mental health again. But I'm not going to really talk about them crap shits upstairs, you know, kind of thing, and how much pain it's putting me through, because I say that on every day anyway. So yeah, for your doorbell. See, let me see. So I don't know how you screw it onto the door. It don't say on there what batteries you use. I don't know if it's actually got internal batteries or if you have to use your normal kind of batteries. Easy to install and use. You don't need a master to install it. You can install it yourself. This wireless doorbell with camera has a built-in 800 milliamp high-capacity battery that can last up to 6 months on normal use. Two-way voiced intercom. It's got sound cloud storage function, built-in high-quality infrared LED lights. So if it's like, being used during the night time and all the lights are off in the hallway, then it'd be like normal night vision camera, I suppose. Got smartphone notifications where someone rings the doorbell, it captures the image and instantly pushes a notification to your smartphone. Comes with built-in microphone. You can see and talk to visitors anywhere, anytime. You can also share the doorbell with your family. It supports up to 8 users sharing and 3 users watching online at the same time. Yeah, but how do you see? The thing is, I don't really want to be doing a lot of like fucking screw drilling. I don't think I have to. One Wi-Fi doorbell, no drill mounting tape, screw fix kit, so it is screw fix, charging cable. See, the thing is, like, does it have one of those kind of like what I showed on camera last night? One of those like little slot things where you screw it back into the wall, and then once you've done it, you just slide the camera onto like this mounting. Because if it's like that, then someone can come along and fucking nick it, can't they? I still might get one, and if I don't like it, I'll just fucking send it back. Oh, hang on. Charge the doorbell camera. So I know you can charge it, but if it's screwed on and it's constantly screwed on, how am I going to like charge it up? Because I don't want to be doing it so I try and screw it all the time, and I'm not going to drill a fucking great big hole in the door so I can put the USB cable through it. Is there a specific mic on there? No, I ain't. Well, I ain't. I'll check on that later. I'll see if there is a way of actually doing it. So that's the problem with that living room, because the light keeps changing. If I had motion alert on that'd be going off constantly. So I haven't got that one turned on at the moment. It's turned on, but I've not got motion alert turned on. And I won't turn it on till like maybe before I go to bed, at night time, or say like 10 o'clock at night. The same with the kitchen. The two in the kitchen. My sister came round and saw this camera. She'd go fucking loopy. She'd probably say, "What the fuck are you doing, Stephen? You find that someone's going to break in and murder you?" No. I just want to capture that activity that may be occurring in my home. No, someone did actually say to me, You know, with all the stress and anxiety you're going through, you know, it's kind of like possibly is causing some form of paranormal activity in your home. So you should be thanking them upstairs for them causing all this like mayhem for you. I thought, yeah, like fuck. See, they moved out and that place got emptied out completely for months on end, and I knew that they had gone. No, it'd be so peaceful, it'd be unbelievable. But would they actually leave some kind of like aura, energy up there? You know, would I still hear like the echoes of the kids keep fucking running and jumping and banging about? You know, like if there was any noise, if they ever moved out, yeah, and the flat was empty, I can turn around and say, hey, you know, that's coming from upstairs. You know, I know that they moved out. And I know that no one's moved in at this time, so you know it could be like active. Because if you think about it, you know, spirits do interact with children a lot more, don't they? I'm telling you, if I could, I'd fucking conjure up some fucking like spirit and send them up there. But I don't know how to do that, and I don't think I would do that anyway. You know, I don't know harm coming to the kids, but you know, I just wish they would stop the noise. I know kids will be kids and they will make a noise, but this is like constant throughout the whole day. Now, sometimes you might get a little bit quiet for an hour, maybe an hour and a half, you know, throughout the daytime, and suddenly it just like erupt again. So I don't know if like you know they have like one or two little afternoon naps, like some kids do. But you know, sometimes when they go out for an hour, you can't hear a pin drop, and you're thinking, "Oh, please do not come back until like tonight." And then when you come back, put them straight to bed for fuck's sake, please. But it never happens. Never happens. So Angela, do you think I need a shave? Because I fucking will ain't going to. Actually, I could make a little voodoo doll out of my hair, couldn't I? Homemade, real hair voodoo doll. No, it's not long enough. Be too awkward. I actually did make a little doll myself at one time, but I don't know whatever I've done with it. I think it's like made out of wood. I was going to try and make myself a voodoo doll out of cloth, but I ain't got no cloth or anything to make it with. So you can hear the heavier footsteps being her or him. I don't think it's like, you know, I don't really see like her older kids. So I don't know if they've moved out, because I know they're only like between 15 and 18 in that range mark. And I don't think that they're older than 18. But younger ones, I think she's got 2 or 3 years old, one maybe 4 years old, and then she's got 3 other ones. But she's about to drop another one as well. Yeah, she's about to drop another one. Being, you know, if she still says there's a 7th baby up there, that'd be 8. But anyway, for those who didn't know, I went to the neurology department at my local hospital yesterday, and we had a conference about my headaches, and yeah, a lot of my headaches due to the noise and the medication I'm on. Because of the noise, the stress has brought me through. And he said he's going to try and get me off 2 of the medication and make it 1 different medication. Because more medication I'm on, more headaches he's giving me. So he's going to write a letter to the doctor, and he's going to send me a copy as well. And he's going to take me off, I think, the high blood pressure and the codeine, and give me one that actually works for the blood pressure and the headache. Something like that anyway. And then they're going to send me a letter in about 2 weeks' time for me to go and have a brain scan. Because I did say to them, I did have a brain scan many years ago, and I had it at I'm sure it was St George's. He goes, well, they probably still got it. I said, well, if it's like 14 years ago, won't it be like, not there? He goes, oh, it'll still be there. We just have to get it. And then when we do the brain scan, we'll look at it and compare it. He goes, I don't think there's really anything wrong with you. To be honest with you, I think it's just the stress and anxiety you're going through. But I told him, like, sometimes it feels like there's a bullet being shot this side, then it kind of like feels like it's coming through this side to this side, and then like kind of all over the top of my head. He goes, do you get neck strain? I said, yep, all the time. So he goes, well, for that you could go for acupuncture or massage, but it's going to cost money. I said, well, where have I got money to go and have a massage or acupuncture? You ain't going to get it on NHS, are you, really? So I keep spending that too much money on fucking electronics, I should stop this. Well, I will be stopping it this month. Because I've just been waiting. I'm not going to get another DVR this month. I might get another one next month if you've got any, but I'm not too fussed, because I've got like, even if I have to use 2 sets of software, which might lag the computer at time to time, I'll do it that way. Because the DVR ones, they're okay for like, torrent if you've got them outside. They ain't got audio or sound on them. And they're just stationary, kind of like cameras. But they do pick up like motion. I don't really want to be spending another 90 quid to buy 4 more cameras. I don't think I can actually add more cameras to these ones. I might be able to do it, but even getting another 4 cameras like this is going to be 80 quid if I bought them second hand off that guy. And I don't know how many quad screens you can have on here, on this software. So I don't know. I think I might be okay for what I've got right now, actually. I might start uninstalling those little white ones with motion and like pan and tilt, because they don't really work that well. I'm always keep losing internet connection on them. But the ones I'm using at the moment, the DVR one and the new Wi-Fi ones I've bought recently, I'm not really losing any connection on them, apart from that outside one, which disconnected probably yesterday, I think, which I didn't even realise. And I was able to get that up and running within like a minute and a half. With them other ones, you've got to like reset them, rescan them, reposition them. And I don't know, something just went right because my always screening. But it might just be camera flare. Yeah, I think it's the camera flare. Where it's getting, the time of the day is getting like a little bit darker now. It's just making the camera kind of like a little bit darker. And even in the living room it's doing it. So I had an alert. That was... I can't be bothered. I don't even look at my alerts sometimes. I probably will when I go out, see what's going on. Some cameras I will turn on, especially like the kitchen or living room or, the bedroom. Sometimes I turn them on, and if I get an alert, I kind of think, well, what's going on in here? Just in case, like, something paranormal is happening. But usually it's just like the noise from upstairs it's picking up. The vibration of the noise. No, I don't think I'll bother buying another one of those DVRs. I've got like 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I've got about 18 cameras already. And I'm not even talking about these ones. I've just found 3 of these ones, which I used to use. These are Wi-Fi as well, but they can also be a bit of a pain to keep setting up as well. I've actually run out of memory cards. I've had to take the memory card out of the one in the living room with this one. I've had to take the memory card out of the one and put it into the new camera. So I'm going to have to get some more new memory cards as well. But if I buy the doorbell, get a few memory cards, and that's it, done, over and finished with. I'm not going to get any more camera stuff. I've also got, let's say, included these ones, 3 of these, and they're quite easy to install as well. And these ones will probably go to that school when I do it next month. I've got to get some more batteries, for the devices. That's going to cost me about 40, 50 quid. And I've got to get some more camcorder batteries as well. I'm going to take about 3 camcorders with me. And I want at least 2 or 3 batteries for each camcorder. If there's real paranormal going on there, like they say there is, spirits do eat your power up quite a lot. And I'm going to have to take like battery chargers with me as well. Probably take me SLR camera, but I won't take the portable one. What I'll do is I'll take one of these stationary ones. I'll get another cable, cheap one off eBay, for about 10 quid or something, yeah, if there's one cheap going. And I'll take an Xbox, one of these, and then I'll take my laptop, because the laptop's got the XLS software already installed. So that's why I might be doing one tonight, hopefully, and see if we can get anything on screen. And what I might have to do is the other camera being I'll do it. The one that's I've got one of these in the kitchen where it's all like audio and microphone built into it. What I might do is move that a little bit further so you can actually see the screen. So you'll have the 4 cameras that are running now, possibly, and then this camera connected. But the audio will not be turned on this one. The audio will be turned on in the camera facing down, which will be probably this one. Well, I might not put the audio on that one. I might put the audio on this one. I don't know yet. I'll sort it out later. I was going to say I might have another nap, but I quite haven't had dinner yet. Well, I'm not planning to be until, around about 10, maybe 11 o'clock time, and leave it running overnight, possibly. And hopefully we get a few people viewing and not disappearing on me. There's me talking, I've turned around and saw one person. I thought, well, fuck this. That's probably me viewing my own fucking YouTube. But no, it's actually Nigel was still there. And what is it today? It's Saturday today, isn't it? Yeah, tomorrow night we're going to get Nigel on here. And we're going to talk about the paranormal. So I won't be focusing on the cameras, I don't think. It's just been me and Nigel, talking about the paranormal, what kind of equipment we like using, if he's got any he can actually show on screen, talk about what, you know, places he's been to. It'd probably be like an interview at the beginning, and then we'll move on talking about the paranormal and the equipment. So that's what I'm planning to do with Nigel tomorrow. So you better be there to fucking watch, I'll tell you guys, because otherwise, if I don't start getting seen some of you on here watching a bit longer, then I ain't gonna bother. Don't be mean, Steve. Don't be mean. We love you, really. Well, you love me. You gotta fucking be on a bit longer. I know you need to sleep, but you know, it's Sunday tomorrow. You can sleep all day and watch all night. Sleep all day and watch all night. Guys, fucking Nigel was on there until I said, fuck it, I'm going to go. I didn't think he was even there. Sometimes he like disappears time to time. And I think sometimes he might say, I've got to go, I'll be back later. I didn't even know he was there. And I saw one person watching, I thought, now stop this. I'm going. Oh my God. I'll tell you, I'm surprised I've not ended up in hospital with a breakdown. I really am surprised I've not ended up in hospital with a breakdown. And if that happens, I'm going to be seeking legal action against them. Now, if it went to court, you know, the judge might say, well, kids will be kids, you know, kind of thing. But, you know, a person can only take so much. I've had their shit for over 2 years. Since that little one started walking and running, you know, over 2 years of shit from their noise. And it ain't just the kid, it's him. Like, over the last 2 months, there's been like 3 or 4 days where he's been hammering, constant hammer, drilling, hammer, drilling, hammer. I think one day he was hammering for about 3 hours, constant. And I shouted, will you stop fucking hammering? Jesus Christ's sake, man. 3 fucking hours. And it stopped for 5 minutes and it started again. Then 2 weeks later, he was at it again. Bang, 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 bang. So, you know, fuck you. When these cameras come, I'm going to be fucking drilling. I'm going to be fucking hammering. And if you come down and complain about it, well, yeah, you fucking complained. And usually when I was putting these cameras up, it only took me about 10 minutes anyway. I did have to use my hammer to like start the hole because I couldn't find the drill at first. But when I found the drill, I didn't have to use the hammer. And if he came down and said, like, you know, you scare my kids, I say, well, you got fucking nerve, haven't you? You fucking hammering the other week for fucking 3 hours, and a week later you're banging on the fucking wall again with the hammer for another hour, and you're complaining I'm knocking with a hammer for 10 minutes. Screw you. Because if there is any kind of like confrontal, kind of like anger, and he threatens me, you know, at least I'll have it on the doorbell camera. That's why I'm getting the doorbell camera. In case there's like any confrontation between us in the future. Because she has sworn at me and threatened me before. But I had no way of actually recording it and reporting it. So really, like, you know, that's one reason. But then the other reason is I keep getting parcels being knocked on the door, you know, parcel for so-and-so. And I'm getting fed up, like, keep taking the packages down to number 1A or 1D or 1E. You know, I keep getting people ring the doorbell, oh, you know, Just Eat, or like, what, you know, those other bleeding delivery companies. I've not ordered, like, fuck off, you know. Check your bleeding receipts. Because it actually shows you on the receipt, the takeaway, it shows you the full door number. And they don't read it properly. You know, they just see number 1. They don't see the 1A or 1B or 1C or 1D or 1E. It's just I just read one. That's it. You taking that break down live? That's what we'll watch. Yeah, well, I had a letter, or years ago, right? I still got one on my letterbox, and I had like any packages, please leave at flat 2, 3, or 4 if I'm not in. Because I've had so much problem with that bitch, I scribbled for that flat 3. So I said, please leave at flat 2 or flat 4. Now, usually if I'm not in, and it's like, something that to be signed for, they leave it at flat 2. And they're okay with that because they know that if they're out and there's a delivery, I'll bring in their package, and when I hear them, I'll go and knock on the door and say there's a package for you. So, the Chinese people are okay. I don't hear hardly anything from them. There's only been like 2 occasions since I've been here where I've heard them arguing about something, yeah? And that's it. Flat 4, I don't really see them that much. And, they're black people, African, Nigerian, or whatever. But when we see each other, we say hello to each other. All right, how you going? Fine, yeah, you're okay, yeah. They're okay because I don't hear nothing from them because they're, kind of like first way back upstairs. But them bastards, I've seen them twice within like the 2 weeks. I've not even like said hello. I just like ignored them, walked past, and like I think the first time I saw him outside, he was pushing the pushchair. And she's walking, she's got a great big fucking lump on her. Oh my God. More kids. Yeah, more fucking kids. That's going to be number 8. But she might have twins. She might have more than that. You don't know, because she was fucking fat. I tell you, she's fat. I thought, how fucking disgusting, man. Don't they think about contraceptive, the pill? If she having them kids on purpose, in hope that, when she gets old, all her kids can go to work and just give her money to live on, which I think a lot of people do, especially Nigerians and like Africans, Filipinos, definitely, yeah. Filipinos do as well. I think, my God, she's got more fucking kids. That's more fucking hell. No, she can't be living in that fucking 1-bedroom flat, all her life with fucking the amount of kids she's got. I know kids will grow up and they will leave. But, if that is number 8 and she's still got all the other kids there, it's not good for them. If they were all girls as well, and easy and they're looking after them, people are going to turn around and say, that's not good for the girls, And I've have heard people say, that's bad, that's out of order, you can't have a guy living with all women. They need their privacy, they need to get changed, they need to wash, need to put up, they do need their own privacy. And like, if he's walking around constantly, because I can hear, I hear them all the time. You can tell when it's the kids, and you can tell when it's the adults. The adults is more of a heavy thump, while the kids is like, where you can tell when the kids run about. I've lived here over 8 years. First 3 to 4 years, I've gone with them perfectly, no problem whatsoever. She gave me the cat, I gave her a computer. Now, I even fucking practically saved her life one time. Because I was sitting down here watching TV, and I heard all this shouting and screaming, and I got up. Then I heard like plates being smashed. I thought, what the fuck's going on here? It really sounded like, someone's being murdered up there. So I grabbed my walking stick, because my knee was playing up. And, I also had it for like self-defense as well. And I went up there and the door was opened. And I knocked on the door. I went, hello? Hello? And you can hear people screaming and shouting. And then, someone ran past. Then he comes to the door and goes, yeah, what's the matter? I said, well, I can hear all this screaming and shouting. What the hell's going on? And she goes, oh, we're just having an argument, mate. And I kind of like poked my head in. I said, are you sure? Because it sounds like someone being murdered on it up here. And they had like a bed on the side of the room. I poked my head in. I went, what's going on there? They pinned her fucking down, didn't they? And we've pinned her down because she's just like, out of control at the moment. I said, well, you got to, sort this out, or, I'm going to ring the old bill up. He goes, no, we're sorting it out. No, don't worry about that. So, I said, right, I'm going to go down, sort it out, because it's kind of like worrying. So it did quieten down. And the next morning, I get a knock on the door, and it was her and him. And they said, oh, I'm sorry about last night, disturbed, we did have an argument, and, we got it sorted. We just come down to apologise. I said, well, it scared me, I was going to ring up the old bill because it sounded like someone's going to be murdered. That's why I came up. And no, we just had a bad argument. But yeah, if I hadn't gone up there could have been a fucking murder, probably. So, and people said to me, you don't know what could have happened, you could have saved her life. But she don't think about that. I've heard them, like, have a little bit of an argument before, after that. But it's not been, that extent than it was that particular time. And as she's still with him, and having more fucking kids constantly when she can't, I know, again, I shouldn't be saying it, but I don't think she can look after those kids. I don't know if she's working or she's at home with the kids, but, I wouldn't let my kids be running around like she's doing. Especially if it's upsetting your neighbours. I would have a lot more consideration about my neighbours and trying to control my kids and making them not run around so much. We've had some really nice weather lately, and we've had the sun coming out, not been cold, and they're still stuck upstairs. It's like, the kids are imprisoned or something, Now, I keep saying they need to fucking get out, spend a few hours, if she's getting all this money on child support, what's she doing with all the money? That money's supposed to be on the kids, not for her, right? So why ain't she taking the kids out on day trips or around the park and to the cinema or to a theatre or something, But anyway, I'm going to go. Hopefully the camera in the kitchen will be a little bit better tonight. It's kind of like hazy because the sunlight is facing and like reflecting the light off the door. And where it's reflecting off the door, it's coming back to the camera. It's not too bad at the moment. So, and I've got to take the laptop out there and see if I can get the Xbox Connect running. If I can get it running, we'll do one out there, and I'll probably go out there for maybe half hour, do some ghost boxing and whatnot. And I'll have the audio turned on in here. But I'm hoping the computer will be okay and it won't fucking start causing problems. And done what it did a little while ago, close the stream down. I'll take my mobile app with me as well, and see if I can keep an eye on that. I might even take my tablet out there actually, so I can see chat a bit better. Right, so I'm off and I'll catch you later on tonight. It'll probably be either 10, maybe no later than 11. Did you hear that? That's only minor. That's minor. That's minor. No, I'm not shaving the beard. I'm keeping it. I might give this a shave and a size. I don't know yet. I do need a bit of a haircut, but going out, spending more money when I don't need to at this present time. Unless I was going out and on an important date or an appointment, then yeah, I'll have to shave something off and cut my hair a little bit, but none of that's happening, so I'm just going to live like a hermit. A tramp, if you want to call it that way. Oh, like that fucking tramp. Yeah. He sort his ass out. Well, I am sorting it out bit by bit. I used to do it myself. Like, you know, I used to shave it all off and get the old shave and give myself a skinhead. But it's still cold, you know. It's still cold out there. I need warmth for my head. I need to keep warmth for my head. You know, I can't do it so, like, you know, I've got like an inch or two. Because it's going to be all out of even. And, like, you know, to get just my haircut's like 20 quid up here. Because the cost of living's gone up. Right. Excuses, yeah. I'll give out 2-minute excuses. Do I need to get one of those Wi-Fi cameras? I'm not going to get one yet. I'm just going to wait and think about it. Right, I'll catch you all later on. I'm going to go and try to set up the laptop and get it at least up and running if I can. I won't keep it running until, you know, I'll try to get up and running now. And then once it's sorted, then I'll turn it all off and redo it tonight. But I'll be on between 10 and 11 o'clock anyway, yeah? And that's when we're going to have a lot less noise. All right, see you later. Bye for now.